I also want to switch a little bit to talk about Title 42, Hans, because the other thing that they're trying to balance is what to do with Title 42 and all the migrants that are remaining in Mexico.
Well, look, it's a clear political headache, right? On the COVID funding, they want options, they want insurance. There's a sense, especially, and I'll probably yield to you on this, that the Democratic senators that are in tough re-elections want Title 42 extended. And the White House is on record saying that the CDC says that we should repeal it. So they're in a difficult position. So I guess, like you talked about all the sort of the connection of a lot of these bills, these funding bills. Like, is it pretty clear to you that Title 42 will be attached to either the Ukraine funding or the COVID funding?
I think it's too early to tell. Because also in the Senate, you have to keep in mind this week there were bipartisan negotiations around immigration and
hearings as well that you covered.
Exactly. And so there have been calls for comprehensive immigration reform, and we heard the Homeland Security Secretary make the point to a number of lawmakers who were criticizing both him and the administration that President Biden put forth a plan on day one. And so that being said, it is a very complicated issue. I think so long as things are stuck in the courts, puts Congress in a holding pattern. From some of the lawmakers that I talked to as to whether or not they're going to try to move forward with attaching some provisions to another bill, remains to be seen. I did want to just touch on Michael's point, though, on COVID, because it is a delicate dance, I think, for, as he mentioned, not just the public, but I think as far as Democrats' messaging, because what some lawmakers have told me is like, look, we have to live with this. We know Democrats, a lot of times, they were masked up, there were mask mandates on the House floor, but it is something I think that, as we in the public come to accept, so are lawmakers. So it's not necessarily an easy decision for any of them in terms of deciding what to go to, what not to go to, and there's just going to be a risk.
And Michael, in the 30 seconds we have left here, you obviously wrote a book on immigration. Just summarize in 30 seconds, if you can, the politics of all of this, given what we saw with Democrats really being very critical of former President Trump when he had Title 42 going.
Right. The truth is that immigration is a mess and a headache for every president, regardless of party. The Republicans are gearing up yet again to make immigration, illegal immigration, a campaign issue this fall. And Democrats, particularly the ones in moderate, middle of the road districts, they are very worried about that happening. And that political concern, or that political dynamic on both sides, is what's really driving the question over Title 42 and all of the other border issues.
And you're a TV reporter, so I'll give you literally 5 seconds. January 6th, public hearings are happening. It's going to be a big deal.
June 9th, 8 hearings in June. That's according to the chair, Benny Thompson.
Huge news there. We'll be covering all of that. Thank you so much to Michael, Nicole, and Hans for joining us, for sharing your reporting.